Welcome guys to another video. We're playing Axis 1941 and we have set it all up. So things with this game, I hopefully will get to do this game is hopefully I will get to see some more action, more time than I'd like. So see you guys in the next one. I'm back after round 1. As you can see, there's some stuff that has explaining. The Japanese attacked the Philippines, took no losses. These are all the losses, but they did take a big hit here in the Battle of Midway. They did do the Pearl Harbor raid, but the Americans did lose a carrier and a submarine and a fighter. So it does suck, but they have not launched their attack on China yet. They're probably just sitting, waiting, to defend. But this big fleet here, just waiting for the U.S. to destroy it. So the U.S. did move its navy away from the Atlantic. They're doing a Japan first policy. The Americans are gonna keep these 3 here just in case Germany gets a little ambitious and try to go into North America. Otherwise, the Germans brought down 2 infantry and a fighter. Did sink the what's it called? The navy there. Soviets coming down. Soviets defended good at the Caucasus, but lost 4 infantry, so it does suck. The British are gonna hold off in Egypt. They're not gonna launch any attack. But this guy's meant to be here, so that guy's gonna join the main force. These guys are probably going to push into Southeast Asia. Then they did move an infantry out of Australia or Anzac, but they built 4 more. So, and they did build an aircraft carrier right here. So then, yeah, that's going to be it. There's round 2 is now over with a bunch of border changes. So, Japan used the transport to get the tank and the infantry up there. I'm not even trying to pronounce it. The lower Chinese province fell to the Japanese. And the British are moving their fleet. So, it'd only be a sub and a destroyer versus a battleship, a fighter, and a bomber, and an aircraft carrier. So, if we go back over here, the Germans have taken Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Moscow has fallen. They're shipping a bunch of stuff over there. 2 troops. So, the Germans are probably going to sweep Africa. Probably taking, South Africa. Then, the British flew their fighter and their bomber over here. So, the Americans are shipping a bunch of stuff into Japan. They're probably going to take out Japan here pretty soon, the next couple rounds. But Moscow has fallen. So what would this mean for the British? Would the British would survive a lot longer? Or will the Axis win? Find out in a little bit. Guys, I don't know what's going to happen. Bismarck is damaged. The Germans have scrambled for Africa. Russia's going to fall. They have nothing in the west, in the south. So, if the Allies were a little better prepared, they could have seized this moment. But we don't know what's going to happen with Japan, because the Americans are pumping out stuff. Just the casualties for the round. No British losses. It took all of this to take 1 province. The Russians fleed into the Middle East. The Americans are just holding out in North America. But we'll have to wait and see. That's still 4 infantry to take out. Could be a little bit of a problem, but don't know what else. The Germans built a couple tanks. Oh no, that was my mistake. So they built 2 transports and an infantry. Took out the Japanese Navy here in, the Pacific. Taking out a carrier and a battleship and a bomber and a fighter while losing 2 destroyers. So the British are stationed here in Midway. Or not Midway, the Hawaiian Islands. We don't know what they're going to do because they have a lot of stuff coming their way. So, see you in a little bit. So then here goes our shortest round. the Russians are out of the game. They took all of that in. 6 infantry and 3 tanks. They took Gibraltar. They're prepping for an invasion of India. America, I think, is next, but this is all coming to the Japanese. The Brits are slowly trying to slow their advance into Asia. We don't know what's going on there, because they're probably going to bring all this force into here, probably attack Japan, so. But, I don't know. I'm just joking about attack Japan, so I'll see you guys in the next one. A very interesting round. Japan's fallen. The Germans tried to attack India, but lost everything. So maybe we could see some some American reinforcements come in. So, the Germans are the only major problem. It'll be a war of throwing a bunch of money at each other, basically. Because they're probably gonna, because that tank's over there, but I forgot to run. So, I'm trying to keep nice and straight for you guys, so. There we go. So they own an entire continent, a subcontinent, well, not a subcontinent. Well, 2 continents, because Europe and Africa. So, the Germans are probably going to move into India with their 2 tanks. They're probably going to blitz back, probably take that. Well, that's 1, yeah. So, but who knows? So, see you guys in a little bit. So, another very short round here. The Germans built 3 bombers. They're amassing their army. The Japanese are scattering. The Americans are pushing into Asia. The German Navy is probably going to go into Sea Zone and probably attack the American Navy. But India is still the biggest question, because if it holds, the Japanese are going to die. But if it doesn't hold, the Japanese can finally start building stuff again. So, the Americans are moving their navy. Still a very, very small navy, but have a bunch of transports to just deliver. So what happens in the next one. Guys, Japan is technically out of the game now. They liberated the Urals, liberated China. Japan only has a tank and an infantry now. Germany is a different situation. They're gonna probably blitz their tanks back up, because things went sour after the Americans built a bunch of stuff. Because the Japan first policy really did help them out. Because before Japan, well, in one game, they were able to take Australia, the Money Islands, well, technically the Money Islands in this, but some of Africa, Middle East, India, the Soviet Union, I think Alaska, Canada, and they were about to take Western United States and Mexico, but they were stopped at, Hawaii, because they were going to naval invade it, because the Americans were building up. Then the Germans were blitzing through all the stuff, taking what they had now, but they had not the Middle East, but they had Egypt and Italian East Africa, Canada, UK, all the Soviets, well, the stuff they have now in the Soviet Union, Brazil, Cuba, well, the Cuban islands, and a bunch of stuff. So, like I said, we don't know what will happen. Well, guys, this is an interesting turn of events. Germans are being pushed back, but it's like a D-Day on the Asian front has swept all the way into Europe. So, the Germans are the masters of the continent. Japan, we've just completely skipped for them the longest time. Britain slowly building up again. The German Navy somehow entered the Pacific. They did build a jet fighter that I got from historicalboardgaming.com and a aircraft carrier. So guys, in a little bit, guys, it's almost the end of the war, but if you get 10 likes on this video, I will do the British versus the Americans in this game. So that is a jet bomber, a jet fighter. Yeah, so like I said, if you give me the 10 likes, I will do the British versus the American Empire. Oh, that'd be so cool. But 1944, turn 8. American Navy took the Philippines. Japan's out. The American Navy, well, I still gotta do that battle, but that'll be next turn. So they're probably gonna bring their destroyer, but yeah, they can. They're probably gonna bring their jet fighters and jet bomber. So this is pretty much it for the Germans, because the Germans are retreating back into Europe. They still have some territory that needs to be taken, but not like it'll do anything. So see you guys in the next one. Guys, the Germans are being sieged. They have a lot of stuff. The British and the Americans aren't gonna really cooperate, but so they're gonna all attack at once. So yeah, this is probably the last turn. So see you guys in the next one. Well, guys, that's it. Germany fell. The Americans and British, bunch of casualties. Yeah. So remember, but this game was fabulous. I really liked it. This is my first time really playing it on YouTube. I've played 42, and next will be Global War 39 that I got. But I can't play it all. I can't play as South Africa and Anzac, so that's sad. But you know, this game was really fun. But remember, 10 likes equals me playing British Empire versus the American Empire. So see you guys in the next one.